This week we've got 4 nights away, so we're going to head on down to Bruny Island. We started off here and did the usual coast road across to Devonport, and then down the main highway through to just outside Deloraine, and then across to Launceston. They whip you around this way, so you cut across in there through Perth, and then back down the main highway through down to Hobart, this way, and then this side of Hobart, and then we came down the coast a bit through Snug and Kettering, got the ferry across to Bruny Island from Kettering. That's North Bruny where you go there. So we came across, the first night we just stayed at the Neck. It's quite a long beach here and there's a nice camping ground there. Then the next day we drove down to this part here, which is called Jetty Beach, did a walk out on this peninsula a bit, and then came back up for another night at the Neck. By this stage it was getting a little bit wet, but we decided we'd head up to Fortescue Bay, which we'd been to before and really enjoyed. So we came across this way, down this way towards Port Arthur, down through Eaglehawk Neck, and Fortescue Bay is just in here. And then we went back much the same way.
Lunch on the first day was at Campbelltown, which has a bridge very similar to Richmond. And the Richmond Bridge is a convict-built bridge, which is the second oldest working bridge in Australia. So this is a bridge nearly 200 years old. Then we headed through Hobart, down through Kettering to the ferry to get ourselves across to Bruny Island. The ferry trip across to Bruny Island takes about 15 minutes, and it's quite a pleasant journey across the bay. It's a very calm bay, and the ticket price includes your return trip. I was surprised by the amount of traffic waiting to get back on the ferry, and they run every half hour, so it's quite amazing. Here you see we're onto the Neck, which is joins the North Island to the South Island, and it's quite a phenomenon called a tombolo, and it's where the sand on the South Island formed a sea bridge to the North Island. First night was at a campsite called the Neck, which is on the South Island, just on the South Island, just after the sea bridge that connects the two islands. And it was quite pleasant. It was on a surf beach, and so we went for a nice stroll along the beach, and it was very pretty. The next day we did a short walk to Grass Point, which is about 2.5k walk out to a point where there was a whaling station once there. It's hard to imagine how many whales they killed in this area. For our second night we stayed at Jetty Beach camping area. We were planning to stay 2 nights, however the wet weather curtailed that. On the second day we did do a lovely walk. The weather was a lot finer, and we did the Lugabony circuit walking track with heaps of wildflowers out and some lovely beaches.
This is our morning tea spot, a very secluded little beach down here. Beautiful, but however very disappointing. You know, there's so much rubbish like this plastic here. There's some fishing net I saw a little bit further over. There's some more plastic down there. Yeah, it's just really disappointing to see such a pristine area with such debris around on it. we have to do a little bit of push bashing here. Can't get on the beach, and I'm stuck with my backpack on. So I might just cut through here, I think. That should be better. We meander our way down to the foreshore again. Luckily there's a bit of a rough track here. I reckon we'll get onto the beach down here now. Yep, for sure. And down. With a bit of a trip.
The afternoon after our walk, we went to South Bruning Island Lighthouse, which is the second oldest working lighthouse in Australia. Stunning views down this end. The coastal views are just really magnificent. In the afternoon, we went to Bruning Island Cheese and Beer shop and bought some nice cheeses and some beer. It was really good. We had a lot of fun. On our last day on the island, we went to the lookout that overlooks the spit that joins the two islands, and it's quite stunning actually to go up there, and the beaches were really amazing. We did try to go up to Mount Wellington, however, due to the council closing the road because of the threat of snow and ice, we had to do a U-turn and go back down the hill. However, we did see a most stunning rainbow as we're going down at one of the lookouts. We had lunch at the Whaler in Salamanca, which was a really nice spot, and then we headed out towards Fortescue Bay and first to Eagle Hawk Neck, which is a great spot where you see tessellated pavements, which is just absolutely incredible to think nature does that. We then headed down towards what the camp area called Mill Creek on Fortescue Bay. Fortescue Bay is just a glorious place. That's it for this week. Until next time, see you later.